A specific accomplishment, strength, or skill that I'm exceptionally proud of is this past year I qualified for the Kimes Ranch $1 Million Breakaway Roping, which is a rodeo held in Scottsdale, Arizona. And you go through this really, really long process to get to the finals, and I was able to qualify to the finals. Little backstory, I have been rodeoing my entire life, and it is something that I've always been so proud to talk about, and I got to do it with my mom and dad, and it's just been a great quality bonding time for us. And the reason why this accomplishment is so important to me is I lost my dad to pancreatic cancer this last March. And I'll be honest, when I lost him, I was very sad and I didn't know what direction to go with rodeo. It was always a very big bonding experience for me and my dad. So losing him felt like I didn't know if I could continue the sport that I loved. But I rodeo for Texas A&M University on the A&M rodeo team, and I knew that I had so many great teammates and coaches and support that were going to continue to keep me going. So I decided that this was something that me and my dad shared and loved, and he was always very proud of me for it. So I said that I was going to continue rodeoing and going into it with even bigger passion and working just as hard as I possibly could to make him proud. So losing him in March was really hard, but I knew that I had big goals for myself set for 2025. So I went to the qualifier in Oklahoma, and there were 600 girls entered, and you had to be top 66 to make it out of the first round, and I ended up top 66. Then the semifinals was in Scottsdale, Arizona, and you had to be top 15 out of 167, and I did end up top 15 in that as well. So I got to move on to the finals, which is the top 15 girls and then the top 10 in the world standings. So these are the girls that I've been watching my entire life and been setting a goal to compete with. So getting the opportunity to compete with them was just a dream come true. And this was a really, really big social media deal, and it had a lot of broadcasting, and it was going to be on CBS Sports. It's still actually playing on CBS Sports, and I was very nervous about the media. It was the biggest stage that I've ever been on, so getting to compete was definitely such a very surreal experience, but I was also very nervous, and I was extremely proud of myself for the way I handled the situation with all things considered. It was definitely hard seeing some of the girls with the assistance of their dad at the finals, because I have to remember that that's just something that I was blessed to have for as long as I did, but I don't have it any longer. And it was something that I had to work through, and just getting to compete at that level was something that I've worked really, really hard for, and I just, after the year that I've had, it's definitely just the biggest accomplishment for me, because it was something that I set my mind to, I focused on, I worked hard on, and I just feel like that's a really, really good skill, especially for teaching, because it proves to you that you can go through a lot of hardships and a lot of difficult things, but if you truly have something set in your mind and you work hard for it, you can achieve it. The other thing that I was exceptionally proud of myself for was just keeping my faith throughout this entire process. I've always been a Christian, and I've always been somebody that believes that God has a greater plan for our lives than we have any idea of. And losing my dad definitely tested my faith, but it has definitely taught me that I'm stronger than that, and God's love for me is stronger than that. So being able to keep my faith this past year was definitely a skill that I think is just a really, really good aspect for me, and I'm very, very proud of it. So those are the skills and accomplishments from this past year that I'm really, really proud of, and thank you.